Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Compex NLC8060KA346 This is a cam lock. It's a typical cam lock in the sense that it's, well, a cam lock from Compex. What makes it atypical is the fact that it's an 1.75 inch length. So it's quite a long installation for a thick sort of project that you're working on. Being Compex means that it is of phenomenal quality, that's to be sure. Okay. Got the plug inserted. Let's take a visual tour of all the pieces. First of all, the core plug. This is going to be a 346A keyway, which is stamped on the key. This is going to be 14A, which is a polished nickel, or bright nickel. So we've decoded half of the part number for sure. Let me give you some dimensions as we go through these pieces. Just the overall length of the cylinder from the face to the back side is about 2 inch. Now moving on to the cylinder body with that matching 14A or bright nickel bezel to it. Underside of the head to the back of the threaded body, 1.75 inches, maybe just shy on that. No, it's 1.75 inches. Okay. Diameter of the face, about 15/16. This is going to require a hole drilled in the door face, which is shown below this video. There's a link to an image where you'll be able to make that larger. A 3/4 inch diameter hole is what's required for a wood construction, and then a preparation that would match the profile of this shown for a metal installation. Okay. Now we've got the core plug, we've got the housing, we've got the two keys. Now let's get to the tail pieces. You're going to get two tail pieces with this. You'll get a flat tail piece. Let's give you the dimensions. The square preparation is what goes to the back side of the cylinder prep, like that. Okay. Although it doesn't go in this order, I'm just showing it to you. There's another piece that will go in there first. Overall, about 1 13/16. Center of the prep to the edge of the tail piece, about 1.5 inches, as you can see. The width, about 5/8. That tiny hole, the smaller of the two holes, that will allow you to install one of these rubber shims. They're plastic, they're not rubber. 3 different thicknesses, just to tailor your installation a little bit better. Maybe you won't use any of them whatsoever. Then you're going to have an offset cam that's going to have an overall of about 1.5 inches, but then the center line of the pivoting axis about 1 inch and 1/8 to the end. Then it's offset from the back side of the tailpiece to the face. It's about 7/16. From this dimension, your offset is going to be about maybe 5/16. Again, the same width, 5/8 of an inch. Now you will also receive a cylinder collar should you need to use that, so that it looks so that it will give you that sort of appearance. You will get what will go on first will be this retaining plate with the 2 prongs to go in the back of the cabinet to prevent any temptation of that body from spinning over time. You will get the threaded nut that will hold it all on to the back of the cabinet. Then you're going to use one of 2 washers, and that was the piece that will go on prior to the tailpiece. You've got this one and this one. And you can see how they've got cutouts. Or see these prongs that are here? Over here, they're on the sides. What these 2 plates allow you to do, actually, you'll have the ability to tailor with one of the 2 of these. You're going to choose one. Whether or not the key will make a 90-degree rotation, which will be this one. If you just envision that, it will only allow the key cylinder to turn 90 degrees because the back side of the housing features this little notch that's here. So when you apply this to the back side, as I've got it. Hopefully you can see that little shoulder at the end. A little bit better now. I can only take the key and rotate it 90 degrees. Let's test that theory. Oh, it slipped out. I don't have it tightened down is the problem. It will only rotate 90 degrees. You'll be able to remove the key in either orientation. So you can leave it, you can leave the drawer permanently unlocked if you wanted to. Now when you were to, if you were to insert the other cam, your key will rotate 180 degrees. Why would you want that? Well, it would just be the orientation of how you want the tailpiece to work is the bottom line. You might be using it, well, whatever. I couldn't think of all the different ways that you might need a 180 degree rotation, but this kit allows for it, okay, with one of these two plates. Now, the final item is the screw that holds everything on at the end. Once the plug is in, the little wafer plate is on, your tailpiece is on, you then tighten it up with the screw, you're done. That's all of the installation requires. This item is available in 3 different finishes from Compex, which are 14A, of course your bright nickel, your 3, which is polished brass, and then your 4G, which will be an antique brass, be a darker sort of finish on brass. Now, the summary of this item, each lock is going to come with the 2 stop washers, which is what those are called, those wafers, 90 or 180 degree application. You can use it on drawers, left or right hand doors as a result. Cams included for lipped or overlay construction, straight cam, or that offset cam. They actually call that offset 11/30 seconds. For an overlay application, the combined thickness of front of the frame cannot exceed the cylinder length. To accommodate an overlay application using a 3/4 inch front and a 3/4 inch frame, order the 8073 lock and the 7014-2C cam. Those stop washers again are provided. The key removable in both locked and unlocked position, supplied with 2 factory original keys. The trim washer, the spur washer, which we showed you. The trim washer, the spur washer. Okay. Shipped unassembled, so don't get, that's just, they're shipped unassembled, but there's nothing's going to fall apart. The entire cylinder is self-contained. Special keying can be applied on these as well. Otherwise, what's going to happen is, however many of this part number you buy, they're all going to be keyed alike because they're all that 346A key. If you need a different key, so if you're doing an entertainment center or you're doing a chemistry lab, you might want them all keyed alike. Chemistry lab, you might want all the students' stuff keyed alike, but you might want them master keyed, and then have the teacher's drawer a master key, but also a different change key, so that can be accommodated easily as well. But finally, there's a link below the next tantamount. There's a link below this video to a document called Cut Sheet that will allow you to review how the part number changes in that table as the available finish changes, as the length of the cylinder changes, and as the keying changes. So you've got the 346 here. You can see that actually that's only available in polished nickel. Okay, that key change. So from there, you'd be able to determine what other types of, forgive me, I misspoke. In the 1 3/4 length, it's available in all 3 finishes. So should you need to have, let's say, the keyed differently but master keyed versions, you've got that part number that you can pull up there, which is about 7 items down below. Balance of the information gives definitions of the keying, the KA, the KD, KD, MKD, how that's defined in terms of keyed alike or keyed different or keyed different and master keyed. And then a greater discussion on what a cross-section profile might look like, where you would use a straight cam or the offset cam, and then in what orientation you'd use the offset cam. Now, finally, there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Compex products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, along with a link to the full product catalog from Compex. their name is synonymous with high quality cam locks. If you're looking for cam locks and you have an unusual application, I suggest you go straight there. If you're looking for low cost, and that's the only thing that's important, Compex is not what you should be looking for, quite frankly. Look for someone who just imports material, another company that specializes only in importing material, and provided that your application is garden variety with just a typical 3/4 inch drawer front, you'd be in great shape. But what you'll get with Compex is exceptional quality and then a complete suite of available options, whether it be color or keyway or construction or a cam sort of application. It's overwhelming how they have created cam locks for every possible application, whether it's a drawer in a chemistry lab or a drawer in someone's desk at home or a helicopter for the Army. Compex has locks that are used in those applications. And then finally, it's their customer service and technical support. While I don't call them often because their catalog is fairly straightforward, there are times when you need to call them, and they are exceptional. Without exception, they answer the question the first time, every time. And when you leave a message, they actually call back. It's great. If you have any questions on the Compex C8060 in a 346 A keyway and a 14A finish or any other Compex product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.